Right. Here we go. 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 Come on, we're going. Oh crap, we're already live. Okay. Wow. Okay, that was really fast. Oh, cool. Just checking stuff out here. Hey guys, I'm working on a new thing. Yay! Everything's working pretty well. I've got a good connection. Oh, I have to switch. Whether or not this is unlisted, make this public. Here we go. All right. Ayo. All right, done. Yeah. So as of right now, I've been currently working on some of my other works. One of my other works. Pretty much my only other work. This would be my animation that I'm working on of the Nipster. I actually drew some doodles of him the other day. So, it's on my community tab and it's also on my Tumblr. I'll have to promote my Tumblr at some point. I still don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know, you can find it if you look around. Sorry, just hold on a sec. Alright. Okay, let's head over to... I'm just gonna look for the... Oh, where do I find this? Okay, I guess Okay, I think this is it. Alright, there we go. By the way, in case anyone else has noticed, the new banner, what do you think of it all? What do you think of it? Ugh. But yeah, what do you guys think of it? I'm really proud of it. I think that I wanted to go more with my current design. I messed up the hair. Probably should have been more brown than green. But, meh. There's not much I can really do about it, but, oh well. I still like it anyways. I think it looks cool. But yeah, today I'm gonna be doing some work on what I'm doing right now, and that is, I called I mean, like, it's not gonna be anything special, so I decided I'll probably just work on it as I please. So, I think my favorite shot so far is this one. This one's supposed to like be like an upshot where, as you can see here, like there's this line here where there's this little circle around here. This is basically where Nippy's going to be. He's supposed to be jumping up, almost off, pretty much off screen. And it's got like a big perspective shot. It's very rough, because I wanted to make sure that I could, I don't know, it's just very rough. I may actually, fully go over this, once I'm done the rough sketches. And as you can see here, I have been using timing charts a lot in this, actually. I wanted to make sure that all the frames were drawn as I wanted them to be, so that's why a lot of these are done in a very, let's just say, orderly manner. I kind of came up with the timing for it in my head. And yeah, this is going to be a bit of a cursed image. You do see Nippy front-faced in this. I'm not 100% sure if this is how I want him to look front-faced, but I don't know. I guess this is I guess that's just how I feel about it, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know. I guess this is anyways. Sorry, I was looking through one of my one of my audio clips. Anyways, you can see right here, Nippy's just floating down and going up. I think this looks pretty good so far. I'm actually very excited to see this done. It's got very, like, I really like working with, like, the perspective and everything. Like, this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. So, for those who, I'm not gonna, okay, you know what, maybe I should just actually, like, work on it instead of spoiling it. Although it's gonna be, it's more so meant to be just a goofy little short, like a lot of Nippy, pretty much almost all of Nippy's stuff is just gonna be goofy. Okay, so I will focus on where this is going for now. Okay. So it's gonna start off with a invisible frame. Wait, no, I think, okay, so just gonna start with the rough. To be honest, I don't usually put, like, frame numbers unless I feel like it's really necessary. So, like, I don't, okay, to be honest, like, it's not really necessary to put these here, in my opinion. Like, really, like, this is, specifically if you're doing, like, digital animation, it isn't really necessary to, like, add numbers there unless you're, like, because, like, you should know the placement of it in the timeline. So you should, like, also, like, be able to time out how many frames it's going to go by, and you can count that and then put them in the timeline from there. Again, it's kind of, I kind of am a bit of a visual worker here, so that's probably just my bias coming in, but other than that, it's pretty simple, I guess. Anyways, let's see here. Okay. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, he's probably not going to be visible on camera for the most part. Is this the right size? Oh, man, this is another difficult part. You really need to know, like, if you're keeping things correctly shaped. And yeah, Nippy does kind of have a bit of more structure now. Originally, I was kind of just drawing his final lines as I went. Like, I just started with the cheek and then went forward with every other body part. But now I have a bit of a habit of drawing a circular head for a lot of my characters to just construct it a little bit. Nippy's not really a character that's meant to be drawn in 3D, or, like, he's not really a character that's meant to be modeled in 3D, I should say. Like, if you were to draw him like a 3D, he's very, I can't imagine him being done in a 3D software, because like when I first drew him, I wasn't exactly great with like character design, but like over time as I refined it, I kind of realized that there was this like some kind of charm about how strangely cutesy but also kind of flat his design is. It's not flat to the point of looking ugly, but it's also like it's not like uncanny or anything. Like I ended up finding like this design to be very charming. So yeah, I ended up going with that, and yeah, I still really love Nippy's design overall. He's difficult to draw, but honestly, I that's never really stopped me. Um, this is another tricky part. Yeah, you're gonna see me redrawing things a lot. Just be wary of that. Hey, it's been a fine morning for me. Again, these are roughs, so if they don't look great, just take my word for it, I guess. Oh man, this is a lot harder than I thought it was. Like, his body's too thin 1 minute, but then the next minute he's too thick. And like, whenever I try to correct that, it just makes him look thicker. How do I do this? Ooh, I've got a good idea. I'll have this be his first extreme, and then I'll have like 2 frames after that. It'll be, oh crap, that's a keyframe. He'll be like um, going down a little bit, but like this leg here will have gone up, and I think that might be really fun. I'm not sure if this is exactly a good idea, but one thing that I've noticed that I do is like I often use keyframes as my storyboard. Like I didn't usually do that. Like for like certain animations I've done storyboards for like the STRNG's animation demo that I did. That one did have a storyboard. Um, and I often like make work that is storyboard based. Well, like that's kind of debatable actually, because like hmm. By the way, I actually have a new playlist that was recently that I recently enabled. It's up on my main channel. You can find it. It's called Pencil Tests, and there I post these unlisted videos that are basically just, you guessed it, like pencil tests that I've worked with, because I sometimes do traditionally drawn animation like on paper. It's not exactly easy, but I love doing it when I get the chance, and it's always a super fun process. Although I feel like I need to use it more often, really, because it's a time-consuming process, and I feel like it deserves to be well used. Whatever. I probably shouldn't. Probably shouldn't be too TMI about this. Okay, so after this, his knee will be facing this way a little bit. So it'll have been sit up a little. Oh, yep. Whoops. Actually, I should probably notify my Tumblr page about this stream as well. Okay, how do I do this actually? This is kind of hard. Wait, so like, if I look at the... Oh, okay, so like his... Okay. Took me a second to remember something important about a drawing I did. Yeah, it looks a little clunky, but I can see if it works. Like, I've been trying to make my animations look more smooth as of recently, like, smoother than what they've been. Like, I often used to animate on 2s, but lately I've been trying to animate my videos the way that I originally pictured them. Like, when you imagine, like, it's often impossible to, like, truly capture your work in the way that you originally visualized it in your head. But I want to try, like, doing something that's a little bit closer to how I pictured it, and, like, whenever I, like, imagine it in my head. And in this case, like, I noticed that a lot of my animations are on 1s when I picture them in my head. And that's kind of what I've been doing here. So, let's see these first few frames. That doesn't look too bad. I do think Nippy could be, like, rising up a little bit. Yeah, I think that, like, maybe what would be better is if, like, he was slightly a little bit higher up. So, like... Actually, yeah, that looks way better. Hold on a sec. Okay, and then let me, like, redo that. Yeah, that looks so much better. That looks great, actually. I might actually move him up just a little bit more, just to make it seem a little bit more natural. Because, like, the thing in animation is that you need to make sure it looks... Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's smooth. I like that. Let's pay attention to his foot here. Yeah, I should probably make his foot more of an equal size, because, like... I have a habit of making it, like... Look, my characters are not easy to draw in 3D, okay? Actually, speaking of which, I should probably, like, give him, like, a little soul here. It's kind of difficult, though, because, like, his boots are, like, very... How do I put this? They're, like, very soft-looking. They look soft, even if they're not. Like, if we look at the beginning of the animation right here, which, by the way, I really love some of the poses I did for him. Actually, I might, get rid of the, actually clean this up here. I really like this pose, though. It looks really nice. Let's just see this here. Oh no, I'm not sure if cleaning it up is going to be a good idea in the long run, but we'll see. There we go. I think it looks pretty good. Let's just look through this here. Yeah, I really like... I love drawing Nippy's facial expressions. Like, facial expressions in general are my main shtick. Like, the main things that I'm really good at. Like, I really love giving a character life and making the emotion look convincing. That's what, when I often picture my animations, my characters are often being as expressive as possible. However, when I say expressive, I feel like a lot of people get it wrong when it comes to, like, what expressive actually means. Because, like, for example, like, a lot of people complain about, like, SpongeBob having too many wacky facial expressions. And, like, or the characters are too expressive. But the thing is that, like, expressive, I feel, is different from, like, distortion. Because, like, the thing is that, I once had a discussion with a friend about this. There's this one video that I've seen by Alan Becker. You, any fellow animators out there might know who he is. If not, I highly recommend his videos. He is super talented. But in one of his videos, he made a 12 Principles of Animation video. And I'm not sure if, like, any other source mentioned this, but in the video, he mentioned that exaggeration is not making your character more distorted. It's making your character's emotion more convincing. So, like, if a character is going to look like something, you can't just outstretch it. If you want it to look like, to be expressive without making it look weird or wacky or annoying, make it, like, the point is not to make it look sad in a way that no human being can possibly portray. It's make it look sad with dynamic drawing, for example. Like, I've seen pictures of, like, SpongeBob where he's making an expressive emotion without distortion, and it looks so much better. And, like, that's the thing with every cartoon character. Like, you need to, like, it's not about making it look wacky or crazy. It's not about the humor. It's also communicating their emotions a lot better. But even then, if it is, like, more emotive than usual, like, you should obviously make that moment stand out, because if everything's like that, then it's not going to stand out. But then again, it really depends on the show that you're talking about. This is drawing 140. It's a good thing that the pen has been working pretty well so far. Like, it's not, like, auto-correcting anything. Like, giving me the... Like, Harmony is this weird thing where, like, a circle shows up, and, like, when you let go without going a certain distance, it causes you to, like, right-click forcefully. And that always really annoyed me. So what else? I'm gonna like, hold on a second. I'm gonna maybe make this line a little shorter. I have to use my mouse whenever I'm erasing stuff on the X sheets because for some reason it doesn't let me erase anything when I'm using the pen. And since my pen doesn't have the ability to have its like backside used as an eraser, I can't really do much with it. By the way, like back in 2019, I got a Huion Canvas Pro 16. I'm still using that. It's still really like honestly, I don't think that you should ever get rid of like your stuff super fast. I don't think you should like upgrade super fast because really, what point is there? Because you don't need to like have super advanced up to date equipment in order to make good content or good art. Like it's all about like what works with what you want to do and how you're able to work around with it. Like for example, I chose Toon Boom, even though that's not really a date issue. That's usually just like a program issue. But like really, the reason why I use Toon Boom is because it has so many diverse drawing and animation capabilities. Like for example, the perspective mode. Like look at this. This is the coolest. This is the coolest thing ever. I really love this. It gives you like a bit of a view as to how the multiplane camera can work. And yeah, like I said, multiplane camera. But then again, you do not have to work in a specific animation program because there are animators in the industry who, if you're an animator in the industry, I'm pretty sure that you'd have to work with like multiple different programs and have to learn multiple different programs in order to actually do work on that show. And like, you get what I mean. But yeah, overall, I believe that you do not need a specific animation software. You just need your ideal software that works with what you want to do. Really. And that's why I use Toon Boom, I guess. Another thing is that like Toon Boom is pretty expensive though, so I wouldn't recommend it for beginners. And it's also like difficult to figure out because of like the learning curve. Anyways, I got distracted quite easily. I apologize if that happens a lot in my streams. I can stare off into space, or even shout out into space sometimes. Okay, so echo, so that, and then so that's gonna start off with that. Alright, and I'll put hit here, because that's when he hits the ground. So, I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Hold on a sec. Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay, that just looks like it says shit if you look away from it. Okay, thinking. I think I'll add one more frame to this. it's not evened out enough. Okay. I guess this looks good. It's a little... I'll kind of have to see how it works out, because I can still make changes last minute. So that's... And then 1, 2, 3... Ah, sensitive. 1... Alright, so 1, 2, 3... 1... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's gonna be over here. That will be with a hit. Maybe look back at some stuff just so I can get a better sense of timing. Okay, here we go. So let me just like picture this right here. I'm gonna erase this. I'm trying to get a good idea of what the... Let's see. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put his head around here. And then, yeah. Make a little bit of a, kind of a cheekier facial expression. Pun not intended. Obscure reference. Okay, I'm not funny. I sometimes like question whether or not my videos are actually funny, because, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I think this one will actually be pretty funny, but for those who don't know, I was working on an animation a while back of Greg, and you might have seen that, like, community post of Greg standing on, like, a... what was it? It was like a presidential speech area. Funnily enough, where I live, we don't have presidents. But, like, he was, like, as if... It was basically like a speech booth. That's what we're gonna call it. And while he was on there, basically, he just said the most random thing that he could... Just anything. The video was just a compilation of whatever could possibly come out of his mouth. And a lot of it was just kind of random humor. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not exactly super proud of almost any of the jokes that I wrote for it. But if you saw the rough animatic of it that was released on my second channel, my favorite joke in that was actually, I think, one of the final ones, and that was at least one of the final ones that was featured in that said rough cut, where Greg says, "Hey, want to see this really cool organ solo?" And he, you know, plays an organ. And then the very next one, he says the same thing, and it's like literal organs, and it just gets... It's pretty gory for, like, what I usually do, but, I don't know. Something about that joke I feel like I'm actually pretty proud of. I thought that one worked out pretty well. And the thing is that that video was in the writing stages, and it was conceptualized, like, over a year before I actually started working on it. It kind of sucks to see that, like, it basically became nothing after that. There's a freaking speck of dust on my tablet. Okay. I think we're gonna add a bit of like a... Yeah, I actually kind of like that. That's cool. He's like a bit going into a different direction. Maybe I can make his head a little bit bigger. part where, like, I'm not really sure how to do this part because, like, it's such a different drawing from what you'd expect. Well, not really. I don't know. So we'll make him a bit more, there we go. That's a good pose. I like that. His body is well proportioned. Looks on model for the most part, I think. Um, I'm not sure if there's enough squash and stretch, but we'll see how that is once I, like, okay, let's check this out. Oh, crap, I accidentally pressed something. There we go, that looks nice. I like that. Alright, and let's see him looking up. Alright. I'm gonna make it kind of short this time because it's just him going up. So let's... Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a simple ease in, ease out. So yeah, by the way, these frames are the same here. The keyframe of this is just... The first keyframe of this is just the end right here. I know that there are other ways of doing it, like, I mean, to be honest, like, timing charts are not really, like, there's no, like, as far as I know, proper way to do a timing chart, although I kind of stole that from another video, so who knows. Stole that method, really. Like, there is, I don't know, I'm not, sometimes I feel like a huge dumbass when talking about stuff like this. It's almost noon. I don't know what to do, actually. I'm actually really hungry. Okay, here we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this might actually be on 2s here, so I'll just write that note. $150, $151. Okay, this will be on a frame. Oh, shoot. Delete that. 163. I think that's it. 163. Hold on, let me use my calculator. Wow, I'm using math for animation. What a nightmare. 163 minus... Oh, that's 12. Okay. You need to kind of think about this. You need to kind of... Okay, so... Oh, actually, that wasn't what I should have done. He's supposed to, like, walk across the thing, not... Oh, oh gosh, I really messed this up. Okay, so, actually, so, yes, while this does stay the same, like, he's also, like... I'll, like, put that here, and then I'll... Okay, okay. So, like, he's supposed to be, like, tiptoeing across the mountain. Tiptoe through the mountain with me. What the frick are those numbers? Wow. 0 viewers. Oh well. That's okay. I'll just... Okay, I'll just finish up drawing this timing chart and maybe doing one more drawing, and then that'll probably be it for now. I wonder if someone's just gonna join the moment I say that, and then it just that would be so funny, but also really annoying. Okay, seriously. Okay, so this is, so he kind of like, how does he do it? Okay, so I'm assuming that that's gonna be, so like, I'll make this on 2s. So, once again, that'll be on 2s. And then, so, it'll be very quick. It'll be like 1 frame between, and then this will be his first tiptoe position, his first extreme. Actually, I should write extreme. Or extreme key. Extreme key is a term that no one really uses in animation, but I like to use it because, like, keyframes are the things that tell the story, while extremes are, like, the most the character moves. And it basically is kind of the same thing. And often I notice that, like, when people draw keyframes, they often they're often, like, including the extremes with them. Like, when I see, like, a animation process that people do, like, when people do keyframes, there's also extremes in there. So it's basically, like, I seem to be noticing that people seem to be basically seeing them as the same thing, which they're technically not, but I don't blame people for treating them like they are. In a way, it kind of, like, it's not really necessary, but I can see why people would just blend them together, since they basically do the same job of, like, telling the story, whereas Extreme just gets more of the tinier details down, like the quick quirks, you know? Okay, that's why I like the term extreme key. Okay. So, like, you know what? I don't really know what to do to fill this in, so I might as well just, like, draw the first keyframe. What's going on here? Why is there no... I don't see my... What the frick, that is really weird. Why is... What? What? Huh? 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 Okay. Okay, then. I will... Oh gosh, dude. This is another annoying part. You have to, like, memorize what his height is. So, like... I feel like I should make, like, a model sheet for my characters sometime. Like... Nah, dude, I'm not giving him that face. Alright, that works pretty well. Like, how does it... Hold on a second. I'm not sure how to draw him here. Because, like, I haven't seen a character do, like, a tiptoe action in a while. One thing to keep it from, like, distorting your character is by, like, going over to the tool properties and then clicking this, like, lock here. Basically locks the position to basically keep it, like, on proportion without, like, distorting or stretching it. Sorry, I had to stretch myself. It's actually really funny timing. I don't know, like... So, like... He actually jumps to this side a little bit, I'm pretty sure. Like, I could be getting a lot of things wrong right now, but that's okay. My freaking shoulder blade's doing that thing again. Where it, like, twitches constantly. Actually, now that I think of it, he'd be... If he was jumping up, he'd be, like... in his, like, up pose. If, for those who know what that is. Oh, that is horribly off model. To be honest, I don't really have a model for Nippy. Like, he's just kind of... Okay, that looks a little better. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty good so far. I'm actually very excited to see how this goes. I would ask if anyone wants to, see the full animation, but no one's here. So I'm just gonna warn you all. I'm about to play the full animation, so if you don't want spoilers, you have been warned. It's not really much of a spoiler, it's more like a goofy gag. So... Alright, that's it. Have a good day, everybody. This stream was, to be honest, I think it was nice and productive. So, later, guys. Have a good day. Take care of yourself.